Tonight, major breaking news that's absolutely incredible. A call to vote on the bill, the second stimulus check bill next week, is being pushed left and right among Republicans and Democrats. Oh, boy. This is on the heels of reports indicating that Democrats believe that Nancy Pelosi's bill is missing the stuff left and right. It's missing money for airlines. It's missing money for PPP. It's missing stuff that needs to be accounted for. And Pelosi apparently is even admitting it. There's a lot of touch-ups to be done here, and it's not even enough touch-ups to fix those dead ends. Hey, good evening, everybody. This is LA with a special report on really what has become a very exciting evening, an incredible evening with a very fluid situation as a call to vote on a second stimulus package bill will likely happen next week. Something we didn't even see 2 hours ago. It's just like, Lord. But this special report will be dealing with Purple Power versus Pelosi, why the movement towards truth and information has really pushed Nancy Pelosi back against the wall. If there was ever time to subscribe and like a video, it's tonight. Go to the Frontage channel, subscribe, and drop your comments below, and they may be featured in tomorrow's recording. And also like this video because this is a really good video. Let me get to the incredible great news tonight and why the situation is so hideously complicated but has a very clear basic message. The basic message is a call to vote on a second stimulus package is imminent next week, being stated by both Republicans and Democrats late Friday. It was something I didn't see, a few hours ago when I recorded Afternoons at LALATE. I told you, put your bet in executive order. I think legislatively this is just falling apart because Republicans and Democrats are all scattered everywhere. Ultimately came down to one big factor, their check. Yeah. Republicans and Democrats who are up for re-election literally see their seats on fire. There is so hard of a battle to be reelected right now in the midst of a pandemic where no one has given you anything since March at best for stimulus relief, that they're now seeing that this is not going to turn out well for both Republicans and Democrats. The Democrats several weeks ago were betting that this was going to be a thing for them to take the Senate from Republicans, that Republicans were going to implode and that Democrats were going to look really great. It hasn't played out that way. And there's a couple of reasons why, but I'm not going to delve on that. What I'm going to delve on is the great news tonight. Republicans and Democrats are indicating that there will be a vote on a second stimulus package bill next week, and they're trying to get it done in an urgency I've never seen before. I did not see this urgency even hours ago. One of the things that's really teeing it up is a lot of industries are on the brink of collapse, and it's very, very serious. The airline industry had an emergency meeting with Mark Meadows this week where chiefs of all the airlines met and said, hey, our industry's about to collapse. We're not making any money. And there's that federal law out there, which I detail in the video before this. The federal law says they have to make a determination about furloughed workers, which they have yet to decide whether they're going to fire or rehire in a couple of days. They don't have the money. They don't have the income. They don't have the revenue stream. Now, they do have a lot of money in the bank. They are very liquid. That's a whole separate issue. But they don't have the income stream to support them. So they said, hey, we need $25 billion. We need $25 billion to save these people's jobs. And guess what? The deadline is October 1st. Well, Meadows came out and said, yeah, we need to do a stimulus bill for them, and we'll either do it part of the second stimulus package or we're going to do a standalone bill, or we'll do executive order. But Nancy Pelosi came out and said, oh, no, we got to fix our stimulus package. We got to give them something. Now, this is on the heels of other Democrats saying the Democrat proposal for second stimulus is missing a lot of stuff. for all the testaments and all the claims that it's so wonderful, it's actually missing a lot of stuff onto itself. And that was what Mnuchin had been negotiating for weeks back in July. It's missing PPP. Businesses are turning up and falling apart. It's missing EIDL. It's missing liquidity that businesses and small independent operators or solo practitioners, Uber and Lyft drivers and Grubhub drivers and Airbnb owners, basic little things that they need as well. And she left it out. And she now admits she needs to change it, which is just a really good thing. So what does that mean? It means that next week's bill may be a very different thing than any one of us has seen. Meadows is calling for the vote next week to be the problem solvers bill modified to the way in which Republicans and Democrats want it. He says start with it and ramp it up. The Democrats have not said no to that, so long as the number is more robust. The president has said he wants that. He wants to go higher. It's at 1.5 trillion. He wants to go higher. The people who are really causing a big problem are the people that are sort of behind Mitch McConnell's back. These are a group of strange, really weird Republicans who don't even want to give a penny for stimulus. They're very strange. I don't know who they are. They're absolutely disgraceful. They shouldn't be in government. And they absolutely think that no one should be paid a penny for anything and everyone should sort of just roll over and be buried in a mortuary outside of Red Lobster or something. It's very strange. I don't know who they are. But the president is having a real big problem with them. And he's not admitting, he's not ignoring the fact that there is a problem. The problem is that the president's at 1.5 trillion. He was at 1.3 a week ago. He wants to go higher. I've told you the president will go between 1.5 and 2. I've told you the deal will get done at 2. I told you Pelosi's not going to stand at 2.2. It's a ridiculous number. She'll come to 2. We'll have a deal at 2 million. The problem is this crazy group of unnamed Republicans who are holding out. And so as we sit here tonight, really, where's the culprit of the problem as we sit here? Is a lot of culprits. We have first this group of Republicans who are threatening the president in saying that if you give us something, Mr. President, that you support, and it's at, they actually said if it's anything over 1.0, we're not going to support it. We have that problem. We have the problem of the Temple of Doom, which is basically saying stick it or leave it. And I gotta tell you, I'm going to go back to an old quote from Mark Meadows in July, which is where he would say, she says that publicly, but privately she says something totally different. And I really do think that is the situation. I think she does not want to do a deal at 1.5, but she'll certainly do a deal at 2. I mean, she'd be crazy not to. We have all that. So how important tonight is the purple power to change the focus? You need to really be striking in 2 regards. First, you really have to be amping the tweeting and the sharing of videos with Mark Meadows and the White House and say, listen, executive order. Here's that kid in California. He will fly out and meet with you, Meadows, to discuss a executive order to get second stimulus checks out and FPUC. I think we really still have to stay on track for that discussion because that is the most likely scenario. It is a scenario that the viewers of this comment channel overwhelmingly believe think is going to happen. I have comments from people that think it's going to happen in the next 24 hours. I'm not reading them too much on air because I don't want people to just believe it's absolutely going to happen. But a lot of viewers absolutely think the executive order is coming literally like in the next few minutes. I would go there. I would tell Meadows, hey, $1,200 individual checks, $2,400 married couples, minor dependents $1,200, adult dependents $1,200. Don't take off on child support. FPUC 450. FPUC 450 retroactive to the end of FPUC all the way to up to late December. Someone sent a really nasty comment in earlier today. I usually don't respond to nasty comments, but this one I want to. This person said, "Why would he listen to you?" Oh, okay, that's a really good comment. I love that. Why would he listen to me? Okay, well, LALATE currently does close to 1 million views every 24 hours. We have a social media platform of followers of about close to 750,000 anywhere. We're the most watched stimulus channel on the net. We're the fastest growing news channel on the net. We have voters in every state of the union. We have Democrats and Republicans to support us, and we have been in business for upwards of 10 years. So I think there's, yeah. I'm not a person from off the street, so I appreciate your comment. Uh, but maybe you won't respond to me either. It's not like Nancy responds to me either. But there we go. As the remainder where the Purple Power's efforts should really be, they should still be tagging the problem solvers. They should still be tagging the blue dogs. They should be tagging the New Age Democrat coalitions. These people are really doing an insanely good job. I gotta tell you, when I told you this afternoon at 2 o'clock, I thought it's a hot mess express currently in the Congress. It is, because these people have made it a hot mess express, which actually works in your benefit, making everything sort of confusing, pushing Democrats this way, pushing Republicans that way, making people feel uncomfortable. That's what negotiations is about. If you've never done complex negotiations, it involves making people in an uncomfortable situation feel even more uncomfortable. And that's what they needed to do, the problem solvers, and they did it. So you need to absolutely push with the Purple Power. Let me answer some of your incredible 1,200 comments from last night on this video alone. Christina, Nancy just likes to play games, doesn't care. Jamie Weaver, she wasn't in the first negotiations, kick her out, amen. Mary, Nancy's out of touch. Patricia, she shouldn't be negotiating on anything. I agree with all these comments. Carmelius, too much rapping is not enough to action in the stimulus package. Downcast, I'm tired of Republican Democrat gridlock. I blame both parties. Linda, all this sounds wonderful. I hope we get the money soon. AW, Nancy's not mentally fit to speak for anyone, and what she has done, I'm surprised she hasn't been labeled a terrorist or some type of tyrant. She's responsible for adding so much of the chaos happening in the streets, and apologies out isn't going to cut it. I saw one quote on Facebook from Tarn Hardy that said mostly that you don't have to be so forgiving at the time because people know exactly what you're doing. She isn't mentally disturbed, then it wouldn't be logical to assume that the conscious is definitely contaminated. No rational thinking person would do this. But as always, I love you, LALATE, and I thank you for all watching. At least someone knows what the hell is going on. From Wesley from Virginia. Well, thank you so much. Mike Cruz, when are they going to vote on it? Next week. Sue Schneider, remove Pelosi. Bruce McCauley, Hulk smash. Benita, get it done. Tana, Nancy, Chuck need to take Mitch out. Coyote Bayette, Nancy Pelosi's haircut jokes will never get old. I agree. Daryl, all the talk makes them look like good in front of the cameras. Sudi, I fail to understand why the Democrats in the House won't just sit on their seats of do nothing when she's not up for re-election, nor does she sign the paper checks. I agree 100%. The Democrats who have been spineless, really spineless, mindless, cult-like people really need to be called out. They have absolutely have no opinion except what their divine leader, despot, has told them to do. Who are these spineless fools? They should be ashamed of themselves. Tom's video collection. This is just insanity. Chim, it's time for President Trump to sign executive order. Barbara, we need the money to write our bill. Heather, I say vote them all out. Patrick, they should be getting a legitimate Purple Power party to rival both Democrats and Republicans. I'll do it. I'm ready to do it. If you saw my tweet last night, I think it's time for a Purple Power party. Jolene, she's a Temple of Doom. Cody, Nancy is not only out of touch with the American people, but some of her own party. Well, she's very out of touch with her own party as well. Carolyn, Nancy needs to be removed. Rebecca, the Republicans need to get Nancy a hair out. Guys, your resilience is so strong. You'll get through this no matter what in the world. You're so strong. Amparo, I think the only way we getting what the American needs is by executive order. The movement is a bunch of snails. That was Amparo. Nancy, the movement is a bunch of snails. Get the stimulus done already. Tom, I thought they don't need her to negotiate. I know this has been said. They don't, but sometimes these spineless fools keep on defaulting back to her. Teresa, CB, you are so prepared. You even have to list the topics with timestamps on it. You've done a great job. Yes, there's timestamps on every video, and then there's also closed captioning. I just do a lot of detail. Like the video, subscribe. P. Castillo. So again, no checks. Let me check for tomorrow's comment at LALATE show. This is not a check routing show. If you're looking where the check is in the mail, it hasn't left. That's why there's a video. Is the check in the mail? Yeah, it's on Nancy Pelosi's plane. Rhonda, she's going to ruin this country. Yeah, she is. She already has. TG Tawny, if Navarro's telling the truth, then Pelosi's a non-essential worker. Lisa McKenney, hey, like, good evening. Binge watching LA. Well, thank you. If you've missed our videos, binge watch them at the end of the night. Get caught up. I do 7 videos a day. It's, it's funny to see the progression throughout the day on a similar story that changes so much from the morning to the nighttime. Bellu, I love the Purple Power family. Michael, you're the only one I watch, and I thank you for everything. Well, you shouldn't be watching anyone else, but I appreciate your patience. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for tuning in all the time. Tony, I just want to thank you for all you're doing. God bless you. We are hurting out here. Pelosi could care less, and her nephews know better. I don't know who her nephew is, but thank you for your comments. Ashley, fashionably late for LA. Thank you. Sonny, get the heartless beat out Pelosi. LA, I love your purple empowered updates. You're literally keeping us sane through all this. I appreciate this. Now, knowledge is power. Dreamweaver, serenity. Evening LA, my Democrat is here. Listen to, I forgot to lead with the Democrats and Republicogs. I messed it up again. You know what I mean. Republic dogs. As for Pelosi, we're tearing up with the picture. Nitty Merritt. Nancy doesn't conceive of her actions. She's in La La Land. Teresa, I'm tired of hearing the same thing. William, remember these people work for you. Gail, hey, LA Purple Power family. I hope you're all doing well. I am. Wolves, can't wait until I get my $1,200 lobster stimulus check. Are you going to Red Lobster with that stimulus check? Boy, if there was a time to subscribe and like to this video, it's tonight. Go to the Friends channel, hit the subscribe button, and drop your comments below. I might feature them in tomorrow's recording. And hit that subscribe, that alert button, that bell on the Friends channel, so you get an alert when a new video goes live. Also, like this video, because this was a really good video. Coming up tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is Mornings LA, the Net's most watched morning news show for a reason. I give incredible detail, incredible fun. I start you out right and informed. Have a great evening. If you've missed any videos, they're all uploaded from today. 7 videos in total. As always, have a great evening and stay with LA for more.